Hello, everyone. This is Cliff Stevenson. I am with the Brandon Hall Group. I'm Principal Analyst for Workforce Management and Talent Acquisition. And today I have with me Nick Hutchinson from Saba, joining us from about 5 time zones away. So thank you for being here late in the day, Nick.
Absolute pleasure, Cliff. It's great to be here.
Yeah. And Nick is the head of talent acquisition over at Saba, and that's the topic we've been on, although in a much broader sense, we've been talking about candidate experience and what that really means, because it's a term that sort of, gets thrown about without really being clearly defined sometimes. But, in a broad sense, what we want to talk about just for the next few minutes are just the sort of top priorities that we're seeing as pertains to technology in this space. So we're seeing candidate experience, Nick. What we're seeing from the research is the top technology priorities for the coming year from the organizations we surveyed is looking at how it can be integrated, how the sort of candidate experience technology can be integrated with the other sort of facets of the employee experience. So, what sort of things are you seeing from a technology standpoint that are sort of coming forward that you're seeing as the top priorities from the organizations you talk to?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's an amazing subject. And, one of the things I love about technology and candidate experience is, things are moving quickly out there. But what we're finding is technology is moving very, very quickly. But sometimes employers don't always keep up with that because, changing technology is a big thing and it's something that you have to get right. But, number one still is mobile friendly. If a candidate is visiting your career site, they might not apply on their first visit. They might go away, check you out on Glassdoor, speak to some ex-colleagues, find out more about your organization. But when they do apply, you want to make sure you get that application. And we're still seeing time and time again where companies will have some really nice looking career sites, but when the candidate hits that magic apply button, which is our goal, right? We want them to click apply. They get routed off to a new URL, a different portal. It's probably not mobile responsive. They have to create a username and a password. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, or I'm probably exaggerating slightly there, Cliff, but a hell of a lot of the time, people just drop off because they're like, whoa, where's this taking me now? I was just on this great looking career site and now I'm being taken into this portal. I can't see it on my phone. It's asking me to set up a username and password. What do I want to do that for? I just want to apply to this company. Mm-hmm. So for me, that's really number one. I think, companies are still looking to make sure that they get that mobile friendly, easy to apply. We all use our mobiles from the minute we wake up and it's most important. More and more as well, we're seeing technology, certainly recruitment technology, to enable recruiters to start working more like marketers. So, gone are the days where we post and pray a job. So inbuilt CRM functionality, I think, is really key, and we're starting to see customers wanting that more and more, so they can engage with potential talent. And not necessarily engage with them in a recruitment-like way. So, capturing information from events, publishing industry-relevant topics and blogs and content, all around gradually building that employee brand, and then converting them over to an applicant when the time is right. What else are we seeing? Referrals. So, we've been speaking throughout this series a lot about how important referrals are and how referrals should be your key source of hire. So again, for me, top talent acquisition technology should allow you to make your internal workforce into mini recruiters, if you like, encouraging them to refer, gamification, rewarding them. Because you know what, if they refer, it makes your life a lot easier as a recruiter, but secondly, those candidates that they refer into your organization are going to be a lot higher quality as well. The wonderful world of chatbots. So chatbots, they've been knocking around for the last couple of years, but I think we're getting to a stage now where people are really starting to expect that. And I think if a chatbot can be directly integrated as part of your ATS, that's amazing. So what I mean by that is, first off, they can help those career site visitors and engage them. They can answer questions, and they can start to perhaps push jobs in front of them that are relevant. But if the chatbot can also take that application and guide them through the application experience and tell them what to expect next, and where they are in the process, then again, that's really cool, and people are starting to see that. And that really leads me on to communication. It's still really, really important, both as a candidate experience, but for also companies looking for new technology. We've been talking about how important that candidate experience is, and really the most important part of that is having really strong communication. And we're not always good at that, Cliff. I think recruiters, it's really important for them to communicate, but sometimes with the volumes that we deal with, it is difficult for them to do that. But technology can really step in and help that. So thanking the candidate straight away for their application, keeping them up to date throughout the whole recruitment process, telling them what to expect. People don't want to apply into a black hole. They want to know what to expect. And I think it's important for us to tell candidates that. I think a lot of companies are a bit scared to do so because they might be giving away internal information about their organization and how they recruit. But to me, that's nonsense. I think you should be keeping your candidates updated. You should be telling them what to expect. And if your technology will do it, making those notifications very engaging, personalized, feel real to the candidate as well. And it's all about showing you care. We need to show these candidates some love, quite frankly.
Yeah, and setting a precedent of transparency and trust.
Yeah.
And and we've made a point earlier in the series too about the fact that by the way the math works, most of the candidates that apply aren't getting the job, but that doesn't mean they're not going to come back. They may one day get the job, or they may talk to somebody else and say, hey, I really like this company, and if they go away feeling like that was good, that was a good experience, that can be impactful. And it's important to think about just everyone's experience that comes in, whether they receive the job or not. If they feel that trust and feel like you were a sort of open book during the process, it really can be impactful in ways that sometimes are hard to measure and quantify.
Exactly. And I think as a recruiter, what you should really be engaging yourself on, the service that you provide, both through your own recruitment but also your technology as well, is that candidate, even if they haven't got the job, going to turn around and say to you, you know what, thank you very much for your time. If that candidate says that, thank you for your time, it's been a really positive experience, that's just worth gold dust. That yes, they're going to come back and probably apply again, but they're also going to speak highly of your company and organization with everyone else as well. So yeah, that's key. And there's so much technology can do for us now. A lot of our customers and clients asking for gamification. So again, gamification is in high volume, especially where you're getting lots of applications. Instead of the days of completing assessments on unmobile friendly question and answers, there's a lot of really cool gamification out there which can be implemented as part of your recruitment process, either at application or maybe a bit later on, which is fun and engaging for the candidate, but also enables you to check that they have the skills that you're looking for.
Yep, love it. And with that, we're going to sign off on this particular audio blog. Be sure to check out the other ones in this Candidate Experience series. Other topics we've covered include the importance of looking at the internal candidate experience, retaining top talent you've hired and developed, and how candidate experience fits into the bigger picture of employee experience and why that all matters so much. And Nick, thank you for joining us throughout this series, and thank you all for listening.